Hi, everybody. My name is Molly Stonebibb. Many of you know me who follow me here on YouTube. I have been with Avon, wow, over 18 years now. That's hard to believe. Wow. But I wanted to come to you today and just talk a little truth about the business. I think we all hear a lot of things. I did when I first started about when you're starting anything in direct sales, but especially, with me, my knowledge with a few companies, but mainly with Avon, um, it's really something that is not easy. It doesn't come like that. When I say not easy, the actions of what you need to do to be successful are easy. The consistency that you need to do them in, right, is not always easy. And the fact that you can be impatient, like you just know you want the customers now, you want the new team members now, you just want the success, you want to reach every goal. I think we're that way a lot in life, period. But it takes time. If I were to give you the most truthful answer when it comes to anything you're doing, Avon, any type of direct sales company, what you're choosing to do takes time. Most people do this as a side hustle. When I first started, it was absolutely a side hustle, a way to make and earn extra income. For maybe something in particular, for me, it was like I just didn't have enough money at the end of the month to pay my bills. So I needed something that I could do in my life. I needed to be able to apply it to where I was in my life, not rearrange my whole life in order to do that. And I think sometimes that's what people think. They believe that, you've got to figure out that you're going to do this business and you have to arrange your family's life around it and you have to arrange your job around it. That's the wrong way to think. What you need to figure out is how you're going to fit Avon into your life. Remember, your life is already established. You've already got a family to take care of. You may already have another job that pays the majority of your bills. You may already have a schedule as far as taking your kids to sports. You may have a second job. When I first started this, I had two jobs and was still not making it and chose to do this. So the first thing I thought was, what can I do to bring this into what I'm doing already? And in today's world, of course, in comparison to 18 years ago, there's a lot more they give us now. Social media, and everybody can say what they want to. The majority of the people are on social media one way or another, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Truth Social or Snapchat, TikTok, whatever it is. Somewhere along the line, even if it's just for your own entertainment, you're on it. That can give you an added bonus for people to see what you do, of course, and we use that to the fullest. I'm going to tell you that you don't have to, and a lot of people will get mad at me about this, but I don't care. When I started this business, there was no social media. There was no way to get your name out there like that. You had to do hand-to-hand combat. So my plan was to make sure I was touching everybody with an Avon brochure, everybody with a business card, everybody, in some way or another, I was letting people know what I did. It didn't matter if it was old brochures. It didn't matter if it was new brochures. It didn't matter if it were extra brochures like the goodbyes or whatever that Avon was sending me for free with my order. I was making sure that people had a way to find me if they wanted Avon. People that I talked to one-on-one about it, I made sure that I got their information so I could call them, establish a relationship with them, and hopefully transfer them to, instead of, well, yeah, maybe I'll buy something, to an established customer that says, yes, I am your customer now. I remember thinking, as I was looking at other people who were doing these crazy sales a year, 40,000, 50,000, even 20,000 sounded crazy to me. 100,000. Wow, who does that? There's not a lot of people who do that, okay? But when you're talking about added income at this point, whether you want to get to the first level, which is Premier, which is $5,000 in sales, which will get you to 30% in earnings on most products, or President's Club, which people who really strive in this company, that's what they strive to get. Because with President's Club, you're going to get 40% for most of your products, and your 20% fashion and home is going to go to 25%. So that is huge. And then, of course, you can do Rose Circle and you can get 45%. It does go up from there. But when I think about most representatives, they're somewhere into contender, which somebody who doesn't even do 5,000 a year. And to be honest, guys, it then is a hobby. Don't get mad at me. I'm just speaking my truth here. In a year, a whole year, 26 campaigns with Avon, if you are doing less than 5,000 a year in sales, that is a hobby. I have to call it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're the person who you just like to get the discount for you and your family. There's no right or wrong, but technically you're not really working the business. With over 200 pages of products, everything we offer from home, cleaning, new lines that we've bought in, whether it's Farm or RX or, and I don't know what is still in at the time that you may be watching this, but like we have the cream line, which we're getting ready to bring in. Matter of fact, you can buy stuff right now online at our e-stores for that. They bring us so much to cater to every audience out there, young, in between, old. We have it all. There was a time we really couldn't say that, but we can say that now, and it just keeps getting better. The key is you have to get better. You have got to decide that, first of all, you're going to be consistent. If you really want to hit Premier, and in my opinion, in a year, you should, in a full year, be hitting President's Club if you are consistent, if you are always prepared for your actions to bring new customers to you. Everywhere I go, and I keep speaking it, everywhere I go, brochures. Brochures. This is the key to my business. I'm not going to tell you it's the key to everyone's business, because the great thing about this business is that you can find 100 different ways. Some people just get on social media and they talk about their products, and isn't that great? And they can make all these sales. If you don't have a huge following, if you only have 100 friends, whatever that looks like for you, that may not bring the same results. If you're somebody who goes a lot of different places, whether it's eating places, pizza places, fast food, Applebee's, Panera, whatever that is, wherever you go, and you're always prepared with brochures, or you're prepared with, see here, business cards that you should always have with you in case you don't have a brochure that has all the ways people can connect with you and your e-store, and to look at your digital catalog and shop from there. You should be prepared. Everybody has a cell phone. When you're looking in Applebee's at all the waitresses and servers that are out there, what's really funny is they all have their cell phones in their back pocket. They all have their communication right there. And to be able to say, hey, let me send you the link to my online catalog if you don't have, even if you do have it, to make that connection with them, you can do that. But you have to be brave enough to do it. It takes consistency. It takes getting out of your comfort zone, which in all honesty means you've got to be braver than you are in this present moment. You've got to know that this is not going to happen overnight. If you've been in this business a long time and you're still striving, what do you need to change up? There could be something that, as the business changes, as the way we do things change, maybe it's time for you to dive into some of those things, or maybe you're not doing what you're doing enough. A lot of times with me, when I see a slouch in what I'm doing in my personal business, I have to really be honest, and I have to go back to the last campaign or two and say, what didn't I do that I was doing? What am I not doing consistently that I was doing in these campaigns? What worked? And I keep a journal on what did I do? Did I mail my brochures out through campaign mailer to all my established customers? Was I on time with that? Did I get that done? Um, I give myself a 15 brochure goal every campaign to make sure that I am giving brochures to people that I come in contact with, that I am leaving them into stores and restaurants and doctors' offices. Anybody who will let me leave a few. Look, I'm even finding Food Lions and places like that who have all the free auto magazines. You know, you walk in the door, you see the apartment guide, the home guide, all those things you can take for free. And a lot of times those shelves are empty. I'm always taking 2 or 3 brochures and housing them there. And people will tell me they have found my brochure. That's why they're ordering from me. People, you know, do you have a Google business page? It doesn't cost a dime to have that. Set it up. But those who set it up, do you just set it up or do you post on it? Do you put new products that are coming out? Does this become active? Because the more I post on my page, I get people who find me all the time. Do you know why? Because I have more hits, because I'm always putting more stuff on there. Did that happen at first? No, it didn't. Don't think you're going to go do this today and then suddenly you're just going to get all these customers. You've got to be realistic. This is a time game. This is how much time are you going to devote? I hate it when I hear people go, oh, just give this 6 months. Oh, just give this 8 weeks. Oh, just give this. And the story is, no, you need to give it a year or more. And when I say a year or more, I'm not talking to y'all who have done nothing and you've been here for 3 or 4 years. If you haven't done any of these things that we talked about, if you haven't educated yourself on products, if you're not out there telling people about what you're using, if you're not showing them what you're wearing, from the earrings to the tops, to the hair care that you're talking about, the makeup that you may be using, the skincare that you're using, the fragrance that somebody said, oh, wow, you smell so good. Are you using that as some sort of to let people know that not only can they get what you're wearing, but they can get it from you. They can order it right online, or you can be the person to deliver it to them. I just feel like every now and then, new representatives, and sometimes representatives who are not so new, but people have told them something different, that you need to know that, like it or not, it takes time. It takes time to build a customer base. It takes you setting goals to say, I want, and don't get crazy. Don't be like, I want 15 new customers this campaign. I want 15 new customers this campaign too. That doesn't mean it's going to happen just because I say it. But realistic goals of saying, I'd really like to get 2 new customers this campaign. Maybe you are really working it hard. You'd like to get 5 new customers. A campaign is a 2-week period. So my deal to you is really be accountable for what you're doing or not doing. That would be my advice to you. If you're watching somebody like me who's been in this business for 18 years, I can't tell you about Avon without being completely honest about the beginning of my journey. It's just how it is. I have to tell you that life was hard for me then, and I didn't know where I was going then. But one thing that I knew is I started this Avon business, and little by little, because I was so broke, I had to have more money. I had to work it. I had to figure out how to work it into my life, because if you broke and you want money, you're going to do what you have to do. But if you're getting into this like, well, I just don't know what to do, and I don't want to invest in brochures, and I don't want to invest in social media, I don't want to invest in learning about the product and educating myself, you're in the wrong business. I'm just going to say that. You're in the wrong business. You have got to know what you want. You've got to know what brings you here. You've got to know why you thought you could do this. And I hope it's something that you saw in yourself and not just something that somebody told you because they wanted you to sign up underneath them. I never saw myself as the Avon lady, to be honest. I didn't. I really thought I was going to be in this for a few months. And then as soon as I met a goal to make enough money for my son's graduation party, I was going to be out. I didn't see myself doing it forever. But the more I got in there and figured out through trial and error what worked for me, what did I need to keep on hand? How many brochures did I need to order every campaign? Did I invest in business cards? Did I find a couple of products every campaign that I could tell people about, that I could talk about what I'm using? Did I find the pair of earrings that I loved, and did I wear those out so people would see it? When people would say, oh, wow, your skin looks really good, I needed to be ready to share with them what I was using on my skin, or oh, your hair, your hair. What do you use? I use this. Now, there was a time I couldn't tell them that I didn't use Avon products, but now in today's Avon, yes, I'm using their products, their shampoo, their conditioner. Right now, the Be Curly, it's brand new, that's coming out. I can't wait to do a live stream about it and tell people what I'm noticing with these shampoo and conditioners that's different from the $30 and $40 products that I was using for years that I couldn't. It's just crazy. Why wouldn't you tell people about what you love? So consistency. I'm going to keep saying it. I've probably said it 5 times through this short video so far. Consistency. Do not make crazy goals and expectations of yourself to think that you're going to be solid, you're going to be President's Club in 10 campaigns. I'm not going to tell you it's never happened. What I'm going to tell you is it doesn't happen often. I'm going to tell you that you need to keep working. You don't make President's Club this year. By the end of by the end of campaign 2, which is what they've just reestablished that for this year. If you were close, there's your goal for next year, that you need more customers and more consistency and more education to make this happen for you. Sometimes you need a cheerleader, but sometimes you need the truth. Sometimes you need to know when you're saying, why isn't this working for me? The truth is, it's not working because you're not working it. The truth is that you're treating it like a hobby when it really should be treated like it is important to you, like this is something that you want to grow. You don't take your kid when you have them and just put them in a crib, or you shouldn't, and just leave them there. You want to make sure you're nurturing them, you're feeding them, you're trying to get them to crawl, you're working with them to hold that head up. It is a job. It is a full-time job. Avon is my baby. It's one of my babies, and I have grown it, and sometimes it hasn't gone the way I wanted it to go. But most of the time when it didn't, I have to say, somewhere along the line, I had to take personal responsibility. So let's grow together. Take personal responsibility. Get out there and work your business. Educate yourself with the what's new. Get brochures and meet your goals for what you need to do, and give them to people. Get business cards, get on social media, do what makes you uncomfortable, and do it for a year. Do it for a year. I'm not going to tell you to do it for 3 campaigns. Do what you need to do for a year, and then let's look at your growth and see how amazing your business has been. Because if you grow your business by 25 new customers, it's 25 more people than you had simply for being consistent. Imagine if you did it more. If you did it more, what you could have, what you could build. This is not a business for people who just want to have a hobby. This is something that can bring you so much into your life. New friends, new relationships on the customer and the representative side. It can bring you so much. But you have got to work at it. You've got to invest in it. You've got to invest in yourself. You've got to invest in your business, and you must be consistent. Take care, everybody. See you next time.